I hear the voices. Yes.
Crying
Hey, because the
out.
leaves just
Do
keep
we
on falling
have,
and growing,
do we
falling
have
and
a
growing.
trouble?
What's
What's
going on?
going
What's
on?
going on?
Patience is
Yes, we need a
strong.
word, y'all. What's
What's
going on?
going
What's going on?
on? Right
We're
now things
reading words, y'all.
wrong.
Yeah.
Played on us,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
drugs.
They everywhere. They
Here
everywhere.
come the buzz
Wow. We gotta kill this stuff.
down
Yes. Yes.
is now up,
Oh yes, it is.
and
Oh,
family
they all divided.
are busting
All divided.
up.
All divided.
If you just listen,
Yes.
you can hear the voices
Yeah.
crying out.
Crying out.
Do we
Crying out.
have a choice?
What's really going on? What's really going on?
Issue is
Really going
strong.
on? What's
What's
really going
going
on? What's really going
on?
on? Crying up.
Welcome to what's really going on. Tonight, I got a very important person on the show because Big Bad brings the best in entertainment. Girls, get on the phone. I got the 10 digits here. You can get the number, call your girlfriend. He's in the house. He's a CEO, record company. I heard he's been in some films. We're going to talk about all that. It's big time. And see, money, you hate that people call the Big Bad Wolf to come down and be on this show and you don't have any control of. Well, that's just too bad. And if you don't like it, money, why don't you show up tonight? I am proud. This is an honor for me to bring this individual to what's really going on. Right about now, I'd like to bring you Mr. Charles Watson.
How you doing,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Big
Mr.
Bad
Watson.
Wolf?
Thank you for coming down to the show.
What you know about the Dirty South?
Well, we'll talk about that later. This interview is especially for you.
Okay.
What do you know about the Dirty South?
I live the Dirty South.
Okay, you from the Dirty South.
I'm from the Dirty
All right,
South.
break it down to me. Give me a little bit about your background and, growing up and how you was able to come into the position that you're in today.
Well, I was a former artist that stopped real early in my life because there wasn't any music outlet in my city. We have had a lot of artists that come from the city of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and go on to success, such as the greatest blues singer in the world, Miss Bessie Smith, Ursha Raymond, The Impressions. Well, let's throw a little sports in there. Reggie White's from my hometown.
Is that
too,
right?
and
Okay, give him a
Samuel
shout.
Jackson. And Samuel Jackson.
All right.
So basically, in Chattanooga, when it comes to entertainment, there is no outlet. And so in order to make sure that in the future that suburban kids can have some kind of outlet to keep them out of trouble, to be able to express their creative arts, and to make money for themselves and their families other than selling drugs or knocking somebody, maybe your mother or your father
I hear
or
you.
your grandfather.
Come on with
dead.
it.
So basically, that's where Silverhawk came from. It was a situation where I was an artist, and I ended up in the street because it wasn't any outlet for me musically. So all of the things that come to people that end up being bad people, I did 'em.
So you had trouble coming up in your life.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble in my life, and it wasn't my mother or my father's fault. They raised me proper. Basically, what I did, I was kind of angry because of the situation of music and not being able to go to college, and I expressed it in a way that it hurt myself.
So maybe that's the problem we having with the young today, the anger that's built up inside of them.
Well, the problem with the young folks today, they're tired of working at McDonald's, the Burger King, Crystal, any food chain. Basically, that's what a black person got promised to them nowadays. You could get a pretty good job in the Atlanta area, but in Chattanooga, Tennessee, basically the only thing you're going to do in that city is work at some kind of restaurant.
So what you, want to say to the young people? What kind of, what should they look for
If
growing
you
up?
got a dream, stay behind that dream all the way to the bitter end. If you stop following that dream, you'll lose your dream.
All right, Mr. Watts. Growing up, and you say you had hard times. What did you do? What was some of the hardest times you had in your
Oh,
life?
I remember sleeping in an empty house.
Oh, wait a minute now. Break it down, Mr. Watts.
Probably 25 degrees outside.
25 degrees. Okay, now.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of situations, such as I had never been homeless. Basically, the reason that I ended up in an empty house, I was addicted to drugs, and this stuff come with the territory.
Okay, now you tell me what's really going on. You got any advice for the young about drugs or what to do with that
If
situation?
you're fool with drugs, you're stupid.
Oh, I like that. Money, you just plain stupid because you want to control everything. You know something? Why don't you show up tonight? I know this is Mr. Charles Watts' show, and I don't want nothing to interfere. But if you show up tonight, you're going to get hurt. I don't want to kill you. I done mentioned that time and time again. You know, Money, I got your new girl. I got that bimbo, Miss Williams, locked in the basement. And if y'all stay tuned, next week or week after, I'm going to break on the stage of what's really going on, and I'm going to eat her up. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to eat Miss Williams. I hope you're out there listening. You ever got ate up with a big tongue? You probably leave G.Money when I get through with you. But I'm sorry. This show is dedicated to Mr. Watson. I heard he was in a movie. We're going to talk a little bit about the movie. And we can't say too much, so I heard. But, Charles, what movie were you in?
I'm trying out for a part as Jimmy Snuff in the Dirty South movie.
Not the
Pickup
Dirty
Shots.
South movie.
Yes, the Dirty South movie.
That's coming out pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Oh, watch out now. You was who now?
The Dirty South movie.
Who are you in the
soundtrack.
movie?
I am a character called Jimmy Snuff. I'm a lieutenant to another character in the movie. I'm an enforcer.
Jimmy
to this
Snuff.
character. And Jimmy Snuff, his job is to snuff people.
So can you give us a little flavor about what the movie's about? Just a little bit. I know you can't say much, but
It's basically centered around the life of a person coming up in hard situations in the South.
okay. So is drugs in it, violence, singing, or anything in it like that?
It's singing in it, mild violence, gang affiliation, mildly. It's a real exciting movie.
So the kids can go see it too.
The kids can go see it.
Okay, everybody can see it.
No cussing.
No cussing. I like that. That's
very few cuss words in it.
So you get? Can I get in the movie?
In the Dirty South?
Yeah, I want to get in the movie.
I don't think you know enough about the Dirty South, but I can teach you.
You can teach me. Buddy, hold tight. Big Bad might be making his premiere in the Dirty South. I can't wait to see it. Okay, Mr. Charles. So I heard you, the CEO of some big record company that's getting ready to hit the scene.
Yes, I'm the CEO of Silverhawk Records, which has 2 groups that's on the Dirty South soundtrack, and which has 4 songs that are in the movie undertrack totally.
Wait a minute, they got a soundtrack too?
Yes, the soundtrack is in the stores now.
Well, who's the producer of that?
The executive producer of the soundtrack is the Rich Kids Records. I'm an associate producer of the soundtrack.
Okay. Now, who is the actual producer?
The actual producer of the soundtrack is Ricardo.
Will you bring him to what's really going on?
Okay, I could possibly schedule for the soundtrack executive producer and the movie executive producer probably to come on at the same time.
Wait a minute. Right here with Big Bad. You hear that, Money? I'm getting ready to bring the executive producer of the soundtrack and the movie to what's really going on. And you hate that, don't you? You've been trying to get me off of this show, but you know why it's not working? Because Big Bad know the most important people in the business. I got one sitting right here, girls. Get on the phone, because I heard he was looking for some acts. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm looking for female artists, R&B, female rap artists. I'm not looking for any more male rap artists.
Okay.
Please don't call me.
So you're looking for something different.
I'm looking
that
for
correct?
females. Right
Female.
now, we have, out of the 12 acts that we have with the company, 8 of them are male,
Okay.
and we have 4 female acts.
So what are you looking, ladies? Give me a call. Call me on the phone. I got the man in the house. He's the man with the plan. He's CEO of Silver House Records. He's looking for some talent. He has a lot of got talent, and we do. If you give me a call, you know, I'll set it up. I can't promise you nothing. He's a busy man, so I can't promise you anything. But if you come down to the show, maybe perform or something, he might take a look at you. Now, I heard you brought me one of the videos from the Dirty
Yes,
South.
I bought you the video, Look What Life Gave Me, from the group 211 and the Southside Click, which is one of Silverhawk's acts that's on the Dirty South movie soundtrack.
211 from the Southside Click.
Yeah.
Can I, anyway, somehow get them down here to be what's really going on and perform that or show that video?
Oh, yeah, they'll come whenever you want them.
Whenever money, you hear that money? I got the most important people going. Tonight, the premiere of Look What Life Gave Me and what's really going on. I'm bringing you the best in entertainment, the best videos, the best of everything. Now, can you tell us a little bit about Look What Life brings?
Well, Look What Life Gave Me, it depicts probably just about everybody's life that have had hard times. But the only good thing about the situation is there's an outlet in the end. The people that were having the hard times ended up in a good situation. And that's my group 211 in the Southside Click, which will be platinum pretty soon.
Multi-platinum. But we got the video. We got the best in entertainment here. Don't go nowhere. It's a premiere tonight. Look What Life Gave Me. Coming right here on what's really going on. I'd like to get back to Mr. Charles. Okay, growing up, and you said it was hard. When did things kind of turn for you?
Well, basically, I got the group Woodlawn Click and then 211 in the Southside Click, which was my initial 2 groups.
Okay.
And I got them in the studio and started them on doing a composite of their albums. And then I started going to all of the conventions that was at my disposal, the BRE, the How Can I Be Down, the Jack the Rapper. And, you know, by going to them functions, you are able to meet a lot of people that could help you in the music situation or film situation.
So it took time, because people think they can just walk in here and just be an instant star. So it took you some time to really get this thing going on.
Well, if you're lucky, you could put a single out and probably get it did in 6 or 7 months if you run into the right people.
Yeah.
Or if you have a little money in order to make it happen. But at that situation, at that time in my situation, the money was not there. You know, so I had to run with what I had.
So it took you years, is what you're
It
saying.
took me 2.5 years to really get to this point here.
Yeah, and how many years did it take before the 2.5 years?
How many did it take before the 2.5
Yeah.
years? Let's say 34 years.
So you're talking about sticking with it,
That's
sticking and
with it.
moving. Money, why don't you come down tonight so I can stick and move on you? Huh? I got Miss Bimbo locked up. Huh? Why don't you show up and show her the kind of man you are and save her? You know why? Because you're a coward. You get these punk bodyguards, bounty hunters, to try to track me down. This year, I'm hurting somebody. I'm hurting you bad, and I don't care no more. If you want to get some, Mama Wolf always told me, you got to bring some. All right, Mr. Watts, the Silverhawk Record Company. You say you got these couple of groups coming out. They're in the Dirty South movie.
And soundtrack.
And the soundtrack. And the soundtrack is out right now.
The soundtrack is out now.
Right now. Now, is it hip-hop, R&B, or what's the flavor?
You got some every kind of flavor on the soundtrack.
Okay, so We're going to look for that, you know. And I want to know something personal now. What kind of woman do you like? 'Cause I got the girls out there watching. What kind of lady do you want to call on what's really going on?
I just like ladies.
You like ladies? Lady, come on now. Come on, Charles. Come clean now. What kind of ladies? You got to have a, I like red. Red's my baby.
Well, I like that lady that you got down in the cellar.
You like Miss Williams?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. She uses men. I'm just trying to run you, dog. She uses men.
I'll teach you a little bit something about the dirty South if you let me use that woman.
You want some of her?
Oh, yes.
You can have her.
I like to stick her in a video.
Would you really?
I would.
Sometimes they say bimbos make good videos. So I don't know.
Them are the ones.
Those are the ones.
Them
She's a
bimbos.
bimbo. She's a man user. You don't know. Charles, I'm just trying to say you. You don't understand, son. So you're a young man.
Yes, I am.
I'm hundreds of thousands of years old. I've seen it all. She'll eat you up the last, take all your money and own half your record company. You don't want that.
If she eating people alive, she can have my money.
What's really going on? Hey, in fact, I think next week,
I'll
y'all,
have to edit that one.
why don't y'all show up? I'm going to bring Miss Bimbo down here, and I'm going to eat her up right here on what's really going on. Yeah, we're about halfway through with the show. We got Mr. Watson here. Now, being a president and a CEO, because, black people, young black people are going to be looking at it, and they want to know, does it take college, hard work? What does it take to become a president and a CEO of a record company?
Well, basically, it take for a person to get with people that know the business and try to find honest people that's not trying to jerk you around.
Mm-hmm.
And to help you a little bit better, go get you a music business book and stay in that book as much as you can.
Okay.
And try to get you some good producers and some good acts. And you probably could make it if you
can make
stay
it.
with it.
Now, do you have any long-term goals? You're talking about coming out. Now, what do you want to really do with that kind
What I really want to do, I want to go back in my city, which have Martin Luther King mentioned this city. High upon Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. I'm sitting right up under that mountain. That mountain right there control that whole city.
So you're going to the mountaintop on it. What's up there?
I'm going to take it to the mountain.
Not to the mountaintop there.
They got to sit my people free.
We're going to go to the mountaintop here in a minute, y'all. Okay, now you got people working under you. Now, how's your group? Because people want to be groups. What does it take to be a good group?
Well, basically what it takes to be a good group is dedication. For a person to really be serious about what they're trying to get into. If they're trying to rap or sing, take the time and make sure that everything that you do sounds just as professional as the stuff that's in the market.
Okay, so if someone sends me a demo, should it be like?
Well, if I can see the potential there, I'll work with a person that's kind of got a little raw talent.
Okay.
If they have a lot of potential, but if they don't have any potential in that demo, it probably end up like the rest of the labels, tossing the draw, and you send a letter back saying, I listened to your demo, and...
So you're telling the truth, though. I actually know you're telling the truth.
Most of the big labels, they never listen to them demos.
Okay.
They take them demos and they slang them in a drawer, put them in a safe, and that's that, or throw them in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But see, when people holler at labels like mine, Silverhawk Records, they're in a position where they can get in, especially if it's a beginner situation.
Yeah, all right. So you're really looking for
Because
talented girls.
everything that I get in my office, I listen to.
Wait a minute. Can I sing for Silverhouse Records? I can sing a little bit.
Yeah, you can sing for Silverhawk Records.
What's up, money? I know you're eating your heart out, ain't you, buddy? The big bad is starting to get more attention than you. Because you're from a rich family. Born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Don't give you the right to look down on people. People made you money, and you seem to forget that. But why don't you show up tonight? With your beady ass, you're fat and sloppy, impotent, and if you don't like what I'm saying, come on, get some of me. Because I'm not going to take no more of this. What you've been bounty hunters, I'm not taking no more of this. So you don't understand, Mr. Charles. Last 3 or 4 years, Money has been sending bounty hunters after me. I had the main one the last time. He's so dirty, he shot Slick. And Money, I got news for you. Slick ain't dead. So you better be careful. All right, Mr. Charles. Now that you're in positions to roll
Well, not really.
with the flavor,
Basically now, the soundtrack, it'll get out and it'll run its course. But now we finna get with our distributors and have them distribute our music and get with our marketing and promotion team and go on with Silverhawks Gold. That's getting the music in every store in the world.
okay, what kind of music do you want to bring?
We got everything. We got hip-hop, rap, R&B, jazz, gospel. Hey, from Silverhawk, you might see some country and some pop.
Is that right?
That's right.
We gonna see the video. Look what life probably gave me. What is it?
Look what life gave me.
Look what life gave me. Don't go nowhere. I promise you that. The world premiere. Right here on what's really going on. Look what life gave me. And the name of the group is what now?
211 and the Southside Click.
211 and the South Side. Excuse me, Mr. Watts. I feel embarrassed that this creep had a nerve to come to this show when I got you on. I'm sorry, but thank you for coming to what's really going on. Bring your group back.
Dirty South, baby.
Dirty South. And you want some of this?
No, what I want to know is why are you still interviewing people on this show?
Because
I
I bring
ask you to stay off the show.
the best in entertainment. Now see that whip in your hand.
Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you one more time. We want you to stay off the set.
Well, what you gonna do if I don't?
Tell you what, I'm going to do something nice.
You gonna be nice because you chicken liver.
I'm going to do something nice.
You chicken in your,
'Cause
you
back-
look like you're pissing in your pants.
Back there.
Huh?
Back there in the bag.
Back in the bag.
Back, I got 50 guys.
50 guys.
To haul you out of here. When I heard you was on there, I went and got them.
Okay, I'm not gonna make a scene.
That's what we
Not tonight.
As that's what I'm trying
But
to
I
do.
got something for you too.
All right. Now, you got a video to show?
I got the video.
All right. You go and show your
You gonna let me
video.
show the video?
Go and show your video.
Okay.
And then when we come back, I'm going to talk about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring the best in entertainment. Look what life brought me. And he's a punk. He's scared to jump big bad. Could you take this mic?
Yeah, it's that food to back up on y'all, letting y'all know what life gave me. Fancy cars, I'm rolling like a movie star. I'm plushed out, gold everywhere, nugget bracelets, rings on my fingers, and then I'm rolling with a click that's extra thick. That's what he gave me.
It used to be them high water jeans and the cheapest Stacy Adams, playing cards straight shot, but we still had to sap them a tap. And to this life of poverty that we was living, work with what we had, never cry about what we were in, giving, stealing, wasn't in my nature. The D was brought up better. I was told that if caught stealing, then white devils would get you, never let you get ahead in this game called life. If you can't get it right, get 25 to your life. Bite off the hand and feed you, then you're gone. That ain't my lifestyle, fool. I got it going on, just wrong, but got bad chicks deep off in my zone. And not to mention all that love skin up in my home. I'm gone up to the house up on the hill where the blaze chill. Look what life gave me, get yours, that's real, but feel I'm real and still will kill for my growth. My life's gravy, big baby, try and hold me back. Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters acting shady but they still can't fade me. Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters acting shady but they still can't fade me.
Man, back in the days, I remember when I didn't have this. Me and my girl and her kids eating on eggs and hard grit. Didn't know where that next stamp was coming from. So then she put it down. Got a job working at the buy low. She got her first paycheck and throw me a C note. It was on from then. It was like murder she wrote. Cause I was killing them busters with them dividends. Slanging them fat sack food. Wasn't trying to make no friends. I've been around for 3 decades and a half. And if a trick run up on me, I put these hands on you trick fam. Cause I'm rolling with a click that stick like grit. drive-by knuckleheads from the moat, quick to get up in your grip. A group of homies that's down to give you nightmare. Look at the empire bill, fool, hey, yo, don't stand. Cause I hit my knees every night for forgiveness, G. But I can't complain, cause look what life has gave to me.
Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters getting shady but they still can't fade me. Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters getting shady but they still can't fade me. I'm with the gifts, the game. I split your slab like a razor blade. Reminiscing on being broke. Here's enough to get a hater spray my later. They brought me wisdom. Got me into my paper plate. Damn right, gotta make that meal ticket. And I'm bigger than what them haters say. Been in the road. Now I gotta make that cheese and stay blow for my pros. What do the next day right? On the real though, who knows? Not you, not me. Devil, we must be what we gon' be. Men of mice, cry like snitches or sit back and sip some gin on ice. Nothing nice when out of your pocket is your hand. Protecting what life gave. Respect that fool, understand.
Yo, understand what my man Shank is trying to say. That fool there was sunshine, that fool had his messed up days. But back to the script that I was saying, I started in the game when nobody told me a gap thing, man. It took that cuz fool to really put me on. I sit back and stack my grip, now my head's strong. I pray to God to make this fool change. He snatched me and threw me straight up in the rap game. So now I'm coming true on every verse. See, I'm loving everything that life has gave to me.
Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters acting shady but they still can't fade me. Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. These busters acting shady but they still can't fade me. Look what life gave me. These haters just mad cause this player catching gravy. Look what life gave me. Drugs.
They everywhere. They
Here
everywhere.
come the buzz.
Wow, we gotta kill this stuff.
Down
Yes, yes.
is now up.
Oh, yes, it is.
And
Oh,
family
they all divided.
are busting
All
up.
divided. All divided.
If you just listen,
Yeah.
you can hear the voices
Yeah.
crying out.
Crying out,
Do we
crying out.
have a choice?